Hey guys, Caleb's Cards here, coming at you with actually a contest video. I thought I would do a little contest that I kind of just thought of. I don't know if anybody's done something like this before. I personally haven't seen anything, but it's possible I could have missed it. Of course, I haven't been on YouTube as long as many others as well, but it just kind of popped in there and I was just kind of curious, and I was just even thinking back to my own collecting days. But a contest I'd like to do, and I would like to be a video response. I haven't done one of those in a while, doing a video response contest. Um, but I wanted to know what are some, like when you were a kid and you started collecting, and maybe as a kid you had some goals or some cards you wanted to try and get, and some goals you wanted to achieve. What are some of those? And whether or not you were actually fulfilled those or even failed in the process or even forgot, maybe this thinking back will respark that and make you want to try and go after that again. But if you'd be willing to talk about if you've achieved any of those since now that you're collecting as an adult, with maybe more of an income, whatever means, the internet, whatever it may be, and I would say, for a kid, I'd say under 18. If you started collecting under 18, that definitely works. And for those though, maybe you didn't start collecting as a kid, maybe you started in adulthood, even just when you started initially, your first year collecting baseball cards or sports cards, whatever it may be. Um, what were some goals or some cards you really wanted to get? What are those, and have you achieved it? And maybe there's some failures as well that you haven't achieved yet that you want to talk about. Now, I know for me, currently, I have probably more cards than I've ever had before, and I've even gotten rid of quite a few. I'm sure I'm around the 100,000 mark, if not close to it, if you include, the cards in all the binders and things, as well as the boxes. Um, but I know as a kid, I always wanted to have just lots of cards, just I don't know what I was going to do with them, but I was going to have them, I guess. You just thought it was cool. And I started, trying to collect based on Beckett book value. That was kind of one thing. It's not I don't think it's a necessarily a bad thing to have Beckett's and things like that, but I think it kind of ruined collecting for me personally because I was just chasing dollar value or whatever, and then, kind of come crashing back down to reality when you realize that what the Beckett is pricing cards at, people don't really want to pay that much. And I just end up selling it all in one big collection for $100 or whatever. And you spent probably over a period of time 200, 300, 400, 500. So you don't really make anything back. And I just that kind of burnt me out after a while. And I took a break from collecting, I think, at least a year or two. And then I kind of got back into it. And that's when I started the binder projects. That's when I started stuff like that, and it just kind of helped. But one of the goals I know I wanted when I was a kid, I wanted to have a bunch of older cards. So pre 1980, I considered older, even early 80s. But I definitely loved, anytime I could get one of those. One of my first, 70s card was like a 78 Topps Frank White, and there's a 75, I think it was Ron Bryan or something like that. That was one of my first vintage cards I got out of a little $1.50 Walmart repack back in the day, or $3 or whatever it was. But on a limited budget when you're a kid, you can't really afford those. And even then, they were not as old, so they're a little bit more prevalent, a little less expensive for some things. But I was not common that I found them. I mainly had 80s and 90s stuff and then the early 2000s. So I definitely would say I have achieved that goal now because looking through my collection, and I'd like to do go through binders again with you for some of the older cards. I have more pre 1980 cards than I've ever had before, and I think I probably would say I achieved that. I don't necessarily, I don't have a super valuable vintage collection like I've seen on here, which is fine. I just collect within my means, and just what I find cool. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having lots of nice cards if you can afford it, and trying to use that in investment. Nothing wrong with that. I know one goal I wanted to do, and I was probably in high school at the time, maybe middle school, was there was I think Upper Deck or somebody came out with like the bat knob cards. And I know Aaron Davis has quite a few, and he's shown those off. He has a pretty cool collection of those. I wanted some of those when he was showing those videos, and I saw him come up in the Beckett magazines. It's like I want to get one, but I've looked at it. I'm like I can't justify spending that much on one card. So I have not achieved something like that. So that's a failure. And I'm sure if I thought really long and hard, I could think of plenty more, but those are just two that kind of popped in my head. And I just thought maybe you guys might find this fun just to kind of do a deep dive into your collecting memory and see if you can think of any collecting goals or failures that you have achieved or not achieved that you set out to try and do when you started collecting or when you started collecting as a kid. So I'd love to see your responses and hope everybody has a great day and just be able to participate in this. I will be giving away some unopened packs as well as a little spending spree on autographs for a cure on Mike's eBay store. So I will uh, give you $50 to put towards buying anything from his site that you would like, and that doesn't include shipping. So you can get items. You can spend up to $50, and then I still cover the shippings. If the shipping's like another $10, oh well, I give you 60. So you don't have to like count the shipping. You're just counting the items that you're trying to get. So wanted to support his charity again and give him some recognition. So his site is down below if you want to start getting a sneak peek of what you want to try and look for in case you win. As normal, I usually do random.org to decide the winners. And so as I see your video responses come in, I will put you guys down on the list, and then we'll see how many times we randomize the list, and whoever comes out on top will win. If you could, it is easier to see all these videos because some people I may not be subscribed to, so I may not see it. Or YouTube is just kind of weird that sometimes it cuts off videos and you just don't get any notifications. But if you could tag me, and how you can do that is when you upload a video, just in the description box or the title, you just put at Caleb's Cards, and it should pop my name up. You could probably just start typing Caleb, and it might not even pop up, but you'll see my channel icon and my name, and you just click that, and boom, it's tagged, and it should come up in my mentions section in the comments section. And also, you can reach out if you have my phone number or email or Facebook or Instagram and let me know, hey, I did a video, and then I will try and get to it as soon as I can. So that's just a fun little contest I thought about doing, and I hope you guys can participate. We're going to go ahead and run it. I'll give you a couple weeks just for a video response to give you a chance to do that. I know, actually, I might do 3 weeks because I know the National is going on. So let's do 3 weeks to give people time to actually see this. So today is Sunday, July 23rd. So we will go until August 13th. So as long as you have done a video before midnight, before it turns Monday the 14th, you can get in. So we'd love to see you guys get in there. And who knows, maybe I might even, if I come across some more stuff or some ideas, I might even do multiple winners for this. But we'd love to hear your thoughts on this and see what your guys' goals and uh, collecting achievements were and are. So love to see it. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.